This episode is brought to you by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro near you at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor. Martin is in Savannah, Georgia, up next. Martin, welcome to the show, man. What's going on?
George and Rachel, awesome to talk to you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you as well. How can we help?
Awesome. All right. So this call is actually, I'm looking to help my dad out. My dad has $1.3 million net worth. That is $500 in a house paid for, $400 in a money market. He's got $200 in a thrift savings plan, and he's got $200 in checking. He lives very frugal. He's by himself. My mother passed away in 2008. He has 4 forms of income: government retirement, the required minimum distribution, his Social Security, and a VA disability that he doesn't even touch. All of that throughout the entire
How much is that per month?
I don't know exactly, but it is well enough for him to live off of, and he is just adding to his money market, his checking account. It just continues to grow, but he has nothing in any sort of investment. He is 80 years old. His health is not great. We recently moved him near us, so my wife and I can take care of him. And the other day I was talking to him, and he mentioned, hey, I think about buying some gold. And I was like, whoa, pump the brakes on that. And I was able to talk him off the ledge on that. I did talk to him about investment in stocks, and he has no interest in it, but I just want to help him out the best that he can. I will be managing, or I'll be the beneficiary along with my brother. We'll be splitting everything even, selling the house, selling his car, just any assets that he has. And I just want to set him up for the remaining part of his life, but also set us up for the future, just to do this very smartly.
Yeah. Well, here's what I would say to him if he called in, okay? I would tell him that usually when it comes to emotions around money, when we make big decisions, that's not really a great guide, because our emotions can take us places that it's not reality. So understanding reality is really big. And so understanding that the market is a safe place to put our money. I mean, it is. When you look at the long-term track record, and the money that would be going into these accounts, if he did choose to invest them, he wouldn't even need them or see them, because he has a paid off house. It sounds like he's a pretty low maintenance guy. He makes enough through what you were saying in his streams of income to pay his bills. And he's 80, not in the best health of what you're saying. He's not going to go like climb Mount Rushmore or whatever. Mount Rushmore. No, you don't climb Mount Rushmore. Everest.
I mean, I guess you could. I don't think it's legal.
President's faces. We don't have to do that. No, we don't want that. No, but he's not going to be going all over the world traveling. Is what it sounds like, and doesn't have a desire to. So because of all of those things, the reason he would put money in is to continue the legacy at which he's built, which is pretty fantastic. Like what he has set up already is incredible. So the reason he would do it is to pass on to future generations and to make more money. I mean, that would be it, right? But I also would say on the other side of this, if he's 80 and he's not in the best health, and if putting money in the market stresses him out and loses sleep over it, that's not worth it either. He's fine. He's fine. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do this. He's going to be fine. So
I don't think you're going to scare him into investing. Be like, dude, you're going to run out of money. No. He clearly is.
Yeah. So it's either my knowledge and my reason why has changed. So now I'm going to choose to do something differently, like put the money in. But again, I mean, we've talked to elderly people on this show, and it terrifies them. And we always say, if you're fine financially, it's not worth it. That is not worth it to lose sleep at night for a reason you don't need to. You don't need to. You're fine. So that would be the two sides of the coin. I think he should, because I think it's a wise thing financially.
You can use like an investment calculator and show him the track record of the S&P 500 and show him how he could have 2.6 million instead of 1.3. I don't know that he's going to be impressed. I think he might be like, I'm fine. Who cares? So here's the truth.
Yeah.
He might pass away, you inherit this, and then you grow this money the way you want to.
Correct, yeah.
I don't know that in his remaining lifetime that you're going to be able to change an 80-year-old's mind on how he views money and the world.
Yeah.
But you can steer him away from scams and traps and commodities that will not actually benefit him.
And we have, and that was the gold. And I said, listen, if you want to put money in gold, imagine, like Dave says, put it in the middle of the living room, light it on fire. Are you willing to lose that much money?
Yeah.
And, so awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
When I do acquire this, since none of it is in investments. Well, the 200 in the thrift savings plan, but for the most part, we sell the house. That's cash. Everything else is cash. Will I be also looking at taxes on this, since I'll be inheriting it, or I'll just get with the Smart Investor Pro and stuff like that?
I believe it would just go against his estate. And so as long as, he doesn't have liabilities and you're the beneficiary on these accounts, I don't believe that you would be paying taxes on that, because you're not selling off a stock. And so there's no capital gains here to be paid. If it was in a traditional account and taxes haven't been paid on the growth, then you might be liable for taxes. But I would get in touch with a tax attorney. And if does he have any professionals working with him in his life across any of this, tax, financial advisors?
He just moved, and he said he needs to go to a lawyer and get the will all redone and everything with the new state.
So he's at least willing to do that.
He is, and him and I have got a fantastic relationship, and he's very open to talking about this with me, because he wants to know that not only is everything going to be handled correctly, but also he wants to know that I know what to do with it too.
That's wonderful. Well, I was going to say it'll be worth seeing if he would sit down. Maybe you go with him and sit down with a Smart Investor Pro. You connect with one on our website and just have an outside professional look at it, and maybe they'll convince him of, hey, you have a lot of money sitting on the sidelines. You're losing purchasing power every day. Inflation is eating away at this. You could really do something with this money to leave a legacy, and that might convince him. And maybe he does some of the money over time. He does $50,000 this year, another $50,000 next year. He gets more comfortable with it, and over time, we start moving these to investments.
Yeah, and one of the things I was concerned with him for was that some of this money is not FDIC insured. Maybe at a minimum, we move that over to something. So awesome.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, thanks for the call, man. We're seeing more and more of this, for sure, of just...
And he sounds amazing, Martin. I mean,
he's done a great job.
Yeah, and just the fact that he'll even dialogue with his son. There's so many...
And be willing to create a will and talk about the estate.
Honestly, we talk to so many adult children who say, like, my parents will not do X, Y, and Z, or they're having to take care of them. I mean, so the fact that, you hear something like this, I'm like, man, just incredible. Absolutely amazing.
We got a call, I think it was yesterday, and he was like, hey, my dad won't make a will. We have 10 siblings. He has a ton of real estate.
Oh, man.
And he refuses because he thinks Jesus is going to come back before he dies.
Oh, no.
What an M. Night Shyamalan twist that was. And you're like, how do I convince this guy? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what information he has.
We don't know the day or the hour.
He somehow knows when he's going to die and when Jesus is coming back. Those are two pieces of information that nobody knows.
I think you should just climb Mount Rushmore and call it a day.
You have a better chance of climbing Mount Rushmore.
I know.
That is so true. But think about it. If you truly love your family, why would you leave it to chance? Why would you leave it to the government to decide what happens?
And the relational strain it causes on the family of them trying to make the decisions and decide, and it ends up tearing families apart. It really does. So the clearer you can be, the more communication you can be, or you can have before you're passing. I'm like, that is such a gift to your family. It really is. And it sounds morbid and it's not fun to talk about, but golly, it is such a gift for everyone to know exactly what's going on. And and when you die, you just say, okay, press play on
Everybody
the plan.
knows.
And it's smooth. I mean,
you said it much nicer than I would. I like to say, if you hate your family, don't have a will and make it as confusing as possible. If that's what the route you want to go.
If that's what you want. Yeah, it is. I don't know. It's interesting, though, the people that truly don't even want to engage on any level of a conversation when it comes to death. Yeah. And again, it's not fun to talk about, but you guys, having life insurance, having a will in place, like these things
Making sure your beneficiaries are correct.
Yeah. Genuinely, it's like, things. It is. And it takes some work. And again, it's not always fun to think about, but it's irresponsible not to do that if you have a family.
Well, then you run into the issue of, now they can't cognitively make these decisions, and we never got financial power of attorney. Yes. And now you have a real nightmare on your hands.
Yes. So just do the work. Be an adult. It's not always fun, but we got to do things that aren't fun sometimes.
I can't wait till I'm 80 and senile. My kids are trying to tell me what to do. That's going to be a good time.
You're going to be the grumpiest person.
I'm already there.
Poor Mia and Henry.
I'll just be settling into who I was made to become. That's all it'll happen.